Well, Happy New Year everybody, and welcome back to my home slot car channel, which will be home slot car setup video number 26. So a little overdue. It just turns out I was a hell of a lot busier at New Year's than I was at Christmas time. And so like I said, we're overdue, and got some more updates, and I said I would run some cars, so probably going to try and combine this video, and I'll show you some updates. And we're going to run some cars. You just have to be patient with me while I mount the camera, because I don't do editing. So anyway, let me show you a few things. As you can see, I talked about these cocktail flags before, and I started utilizing them. So I put some here, and I got some there, and I got a few more tricks up my sleeve for those banners. I'm going to put some on some string to hang them like banners throughout. Tend to lose track because I know I do a lot of updates. Over here I did some barrier work, built some of those, a whole set of them, so I got them here and there. You know, I got a couple extras right here. Now over here too, I did the flag work over here, you can see it, and right there, put a little bend in them, give them that realistic look. I didn't like the way they looked flat out. Now looking at this, you can see the Sunoco sign is moved from over there to here, and like I always said, I just put things and stare at them a while, and I've decided this is the final position. So pretty much went in and started decorating around it. Did some barrier work once again, like I said, and picnic table. I don't know if I had that in the last video. I actually lit up another sign up there, which will be the Hearst sign. She's lit, and I'll show you in a minute when I kill the lights. Got a lot more cars in, got some on order being delivered, and I'm in a few more auctions. So first of all, let me back up a little bit. I want to show you something. Last video I said I ordered a HO drag racing set. So I ordered the Hot Wheels, I believe it's the Mongoose, and the other funny car set. It's not going to divert me or take me away from my passion here, but I'll tell you what, I just love racing, and I'm just going to set it up. It's 13 feet long. I got an 18-foot hallway, which I cleaned out over the weekend. And I'm just going to set it up maybe 4 feet high, no scenery, plain track on a straightaway, and just blow off some steam. So already, might have showed you last time, I got 3 cars in. So here's the first one. Top Fuel Rail Dragster. So that's the Mac Tools. Then I got in this one. Came in 3 in a set. Then I also received this one at the same time. So these are HO scale rail dragsters, and I measured them. They're 5.5 inches long. So what I'm wondering is, are they ever going to come out with a 132 scale drag racing set for the home? And I was thinking about this, and I'm kind of doubting it, because I guess the scale on HO 1/64th, I guess that 1/4 mile is 13 feet long. So I'm figuring 1/3 scale, those Top Fuel rail dragsters would probably be what, 7 to 10 inches long. So you probably, I didn't do the math. It's all off the top of my head. So I'm figuring what, a 20-foot track, maybe a 30-foot track. That'd be highly unlikely as a home set. Maybe a custom build, but I'm not really into custom builds. But it'd be really nice to have a 132 drag set. They're unavailable. A lot of guys custom make their cars, and they are beautiful. So like I've always said, if I see 2 beer cans rolling down the driveway, I consider it a race. So I've always loved cars. Grew up with slot car sets in the late 60s, 70s, HO trains, this and that. Always AFX. So just for reference, like I was talking about those Top Fuel 1/64th scale, 5.5 inches long. I want to show you something. Getting back to what I wonder how big 1/32 scale would be. I'm going to show you a 1/8 scale rail dragster. Check this out. What you're looking at there is a 1/8 scale. It's a remote control rail dragster. She's 4 feet 1 inch long with the wheelie bars. Now that thing there weighs, I believe, it's something like 3 point something pounds, I think. And the motor on it is 2 point something horsepower. So that's a kit. The company don't exist no more. You just put it together. Has a steel rail system underneath. I mean, it's quite the car. I get a marine exhaust on it. Believe me, that thing pops like a real rail dragster. 2-speed automatic transmission. She'll do about 70. But I'm just showing you this as a reference. I know it doesn't pertain to this, but I've been into cars a long time. So that's just what I'm wondering. That's 1/8 scale. So you can imagine, hey, 1/24 scale would be big. So 1/32, I'm figuring those cars got to be 10 inches long if they ever made them. All right, to get back to some cars I got in, I'm going to show you something. See that beautiful Charger on top? I got that one in. That's a new one. Let me step up here. I'm not even going to pull it down. You can see it right there. And that's mint, brand new in box, never ran. So I'm not going to run it today. I'm probably not going to keep it as a shelf queen. I'll probably save it for another video. And we'll run it special. Other than that, I think I've ran this on camera, and if I didn't, I apologize. I'll get it next time. Start to lose track when you got a lot of cars. Other than that, we got a few cars here to run today, and we'll go back to some of my old ones. Right there is that Porsche. Actually, it's I believe it's a BMW, and that came with no magnets. It ran, but sloppy. You know what? I put a magnet back in it, and we'll see the difference. Also, that Cougar, right there. Come on, baby. Right there, that red Cougar. You remember that ran pretty good, but she was sloppy. I ended up throwing a magnet in it, and that goes really good. So here's another car I got in here. This one goes really good. That's a beauty. She goes damn good. That one there is a rocket ship. This one here is a rocket ship. This one right here is a beautiful car. She goes fairly well, but definitely needs some new back tires. She's a little sloppy. And the latest one I got in was this one right here, which was, they called it a store return, so it was kind of brand new. Basically, they showed it with a little chip in the back. I don't know if I can get it to focus. I'm trying. Right there, you can see the little chip out of it right there. No big deal. When I received it yesterday, she wouldn't even run. Well, what it was it actually has a switch in it, so I think it already has a chip in it. A chipboard in it, and whoever put it in, I think they just didn't connect the connections tight enough. So when I took it apart, clipped the connections in better or the right way, it started running fine. So other than that, we'll run some cars. If you bear with me, I'll get that I'll get the camera mounted up. Now the Helipad, it's a work in progress. I'm getting there, and you heard me talk about mounting some landing lights in it, and yes, I did, but problem was I mounted 6 red landing lights on it, and they were the type of lights, they look like a little bullet tip with 2 metal prongs coming out, leads, and when I wired it in, went to light them up, 2 out of the 6 lit up. And lo and behold, they weren't really red. They were like a fuchsia purplish color. Didn't like them. So I had to go ahead and order some new LED red lights. They're coming in. So I should be able to complete that. I'm working on the base now. So I figure within the next, I'm going to say within 3 weeks, I should have a Helipad set up. So that's good news. Other than that, I believe that's about all on the updates. So I'm gonna mount this camera. Bear with me. It's gonna get a little messy, and then we'll run some cars. I'll tell you, those remote control cars are fun. I got a ton of them, electric and gas, and only problem is when you go out and bash those things, they're usually $100 in the hole to repair them all the time. Alright, let's see what I got going on here. Alright, it's not a bad angle. Alright, I think that'll suffice. Bear with me, we'll get some cars around the track. I'll start off with that Cougar. I put the magnets back in just to show you. You'll have to refer to my other older videos to see how it went before, but let's see how it goes now. A lot better. Alright. So that one definitely made a big difference. And now we'll do this Mercedes. Then I put magnets back in. Pretty good flip there. Well, at least for me and my track, I'll tell you, the magnets at least made it more enjoyable to enjoy. Alright, so that's that one. Let's go to this one, which is a Hornby. This one goes pretty good. Yep. Let's see if I can get that slid out with the magic stick. Magic stick. Magic stick. Ah, magic stick. Oh, that came right on back in. I was lucky there. I'm not really pushing him. Every time I push him on video, I screw up. You get the idea. This thing is a sailor. Alright. And we got this one here, which is a little Can-Am. Alright. We got a stall, so now I gotta move over there. Always on camera. Alrighty. Beautiful car. I had to get this one. For a Can-Am, I think it's a beautiful car. I love the white L&M because I had the HO Slotcar back in the day, but this one, the color did it for me. I think it's just beautiful. A little loose, but she ain't bad. Alright. And this one here is a Vanquish. So this next one here is a Hornby again, but this one goes pretty good. Real good. Except when she jumps the track at high speed. Alright. Next we'll do this one here. I'll slot it. This is a good running car. The wheel cans actually are removable. You're talking, this thing is almost a blur if I was to push it. That car's nice. Quiet too. And you notice, I believe there's no magnets in this thing. But low center of gravity she goes. Alright, that one. Now this one here is a Sprint. Give this one a go. Now you can see the sloppiness in this already. I can't even. If I had some tires on